What's happening, guys? So with Injustice 2 being announced and all this gameplay being shown and all this information being spilled onto the internet about the gear system and everything about Injustice 2, does that mean that a Kombat Pack 3 is not happening, or does it mean that it's still possible? Well, what if I told you that Ed Boon went on his Twitter account and replied to somebody giving us some hope of a Kombat Pack 3 still coming our way and still being a big possibility? So at first, Ed says, Injustice 2 best fighting game at E3. Thank you at IGN. And then Martin replies, I take it back, Ed. Injustice 2 looks awesome. Then Ed Boon replies to that tweet saying, thanks. Some people think Injustice 2 killed MKXL, Kombat Pack 3, smiley face. So what this means is that he is aware of some people assuming that Injustice 2 or the announcement of Injustice 2 kills the possibility of a Kombat Pack 3, and he's basically saying that Injustice 2 didn't really kill the possibility of a Kombat Pack 3. Now, he could be trolling. I don't really trust what Ed says. I mean, there's a lot of things he says that it's true, but there's a lot of things that are misleading, and he just does that to mess with our minds and stuff. If that's the case, I would be really disappointed. I'm really keeping my hype in my heart right now because I don't want it to go all out and say, oh yes, this is confirmed, because it's not confirmed, guys. So don't think a Kombat Pack 3 is confirmed, but it is still a possibility since Ed is very much teasing it. Now, there's so much to work with to lead up to the possibility of a Kombat Pack 3, and personally I do think it is still possible because I've made like 2 videos briefly talking about why I think a Kombat Pack 3 is definitely possible, because there was like interviews of Ed Boon saying that they listened to the fans, and then a day or 2 after he said that, he put up the recent voting polls, the ones that Jade and Noob won on. So a lot of things including that could lead up to the possibility, like I said, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, because all of this could lead up to nothing, because that's happened so many times, and I really don't want to get my hopes down, even though I probably still will get my hopes down if there's no Kombat Pack 3. I'm just not gonna be overly excited for this news because it could be a troll or it could be a hint. It's a hit and miss situation right now. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that NetherRealm is gonna make 4 more DLC characters and give like a goodbye to MKXL with a Kombat Pack 3 with like demanded characters, which would be great? Or do you guys think they're completely just abandoning MKX, because that's basically what they did when they announced Injustice 2, and to be fair, it's very reasonable to do that because they gotta focus on explaining things for Injustice 2 rather than relying on the past for MKXL. I mean, after all, Injustice 2 does come out until 2017, and why not release 4 more DLC characters while we wait for the hype of the release of Injustice 2? I mean, I don't see a problem with that. We're just gonna have to wait and see, like I have said. So leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for all my updates, and subscribe and like for all things Mortal Kombat X and Injustice 2. My name is Brospo Productions, and I'm out for now.